everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and this is my channel Em Reads, where we talk about books and reading and anything related to those topics. Honestly, I should be filming a different video or two than this one, but those videos take a little bit more pre-planning on my part to kind of make sure I have down what I want to say, and frankly I just kind of wanted to sit and chat with y'all off the cuff a little bit, so this is what I'm doing instead right now. This is my version of Booktube procrastination, I guess. But yeah, so today let's just have a nice little reading ramble, book chat, and talk about a few things I've been thinking about lately. So grab a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you want and let's chat. I feel like I've seen a lot of discussion on Booktube lately about e-readers. I know the revised e-reader tag is kind of going around, and a few people have just kind of posted general videos about e-readers and their experience with them. And I am honestly new to the e-reader world myself. I just got one for the first time earlier this summer in August. So I had always been somebody who was very pro just holding a physical book in your hands. I was very reluctant to kind of let go of that feeling. And I still am a little bit, but gosh, why did nobody tell me how great these are? They're great. I mean, I know y'all did say so. Like, I know you did, but like, why didn't you continue to tell me? Because man, I love this thing. I love it. Now, I mean, it has its cons, sure, but I love it. I feel like I read faster on an e-reader. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it feels like I do. Yeah, what I have is a Kindle Paperwhite. It's kind of a small little thing. I wasn't sure how I would feel about the size, honestly, at first, but it's been nice. I've liked it. I don't know, it's just been really nice. I've gotten a few books on Kindle. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription where I've gotten, I guess, the bulk of things I've read on here so far. But I haven't played around with just trying to get down like the other ebook files or anything like that on here. I've not messed with that. I don't know. I'm really not very tech savvy. I always kind of tell people that I'm a crappy millennial because I'm not nearly as tech savvy as I should be. But I don't know. I've just really, really enjoyed this so far. Well, honestly, what has been neat to me, I mean, say what you want about Amazon and Apple and things like that, but the fact that the Kindle app is also on my phone has mean that sometimes when I have my phone, instead of scrolling on Instagram or something like that, I'll just go to the Kindle app and pick up where I left off on the e-reader. So, I mean, sometimes when I'm at the gym, walking on the treadmill or whatever, and I have my phone, instead of doing something else, I'll flip through some pages on whatever I'm reading on my Kindle. And that has been great. And that, honestly, that is probably why I have felt like I've read more quickly on a Kindle, is just because I've had more access to it more easily. And I guess maybe that for me is one of the big pros of this, is just ease of access. I can throw this in any of my bags and it comes with me. I'm going to take it on my trip that I'm going on soon, and I essentially have a library with me that is easy to take. I can take it down to the beach, I can take it on a plane, and it's just simple to take. I do kind of want a case for it. I've not looked for a case, but does anybody have any good recommendations of cases for these? I would like to kind of look into that a little bit. The only thing that I maybe don't like, at least so far, and maybe this is just a bit more of my reluctance to let the physical book thing go, is that I don't know that I care for like annotating and highlighting on this. It feels a little clumsy, a little cumbersome to not be able to like flip back and forth and just like see it, you know, really quickly like you can in a physical book. So I have not like done any annotating on the Kindle yet. Although to be fair, the kind of books I have read on the Kindle thus far are not ones that I would generally annotate. So, you know, I could be causing my own problem there, but I don't know. The e-reader has just been really fun and really good. What have y'all had good experiences with e-readers? Do you prefer Kindle to Kobo or vice versa? I really don't know much about Kobo, I'll be honest. I just kind of was like an Amazon person. And I know people have like thoughts about Kindle Unlimited and whether it's good or bad. I'll be honest that I haven't really done a whole lot of looking into it, but I'm happy to be educated on it if any of y'all have strong feelings about it one way or another. But why didn't y'all tell me more? Why didn't you tell me more about these? And yeah, they're just great. I've really, really enjoyed them. And I think this is going to be really, really, really nice and convenient to have on this like upcoming trip and just any other time I travel, like go somewhere for the weekend or something like that. I think this is just going to be such a godsend and a lifesaver and just an easy way to keep reading and going. But okay, so here's something else I want to talk about. Speaking of vacations, I posted a video the other day of asking y'all to help me pick my vacation reads, which y'all were so helpful, so helpful about. I really, really appreciate it. You really did kind of help make my decisions for me, so that was really great. But I kind of wanted to maybe talk about that a little bit more and see what kind of makes a vacation read for you. For me, I don't know that I really have any clear boundaries about what kind of books I would read on a vacation or not. I mean, beyond the fact that I don't really want something really dark, or like I'm probably not going to read a horror book on vacation, but I don't really read horror anyway. So maybe that's not a good point. Yeah, I don't really have many restrictions on what I would read on vacation, except for like maybe size, physical size of the book being a consideration. But if you're reading on a Kindle or some other kind of e-reader, that doesn't really matter anymore, does it? So what do y'all think of as a vacation read? Do you think of like beach reads, like the new release, easy to read, like contemporary romances? Do you think of like cozy books, like cozy mysteries or cozy romances? Or I don't think of nonfiction as vacation reads. I mean, like I might read a memoir or something. Do y'all like to read classics on vacation? Or do you like to read more contemporary literary fiction or fantasy? Do you like to read something that's light? Or I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Because let's say, obviously not all vacations are to the beach. People go all kinds of places on vacation. If you're going to another country or another locale that's really distant, do you like to read books that are set in that other country or that other locale or about that other place? Do you like to kind of read books that inform you about that place or its history, or just kind of give you a better sense of place, kind of? I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think about that? I'd be really interested to know what kind of books y'all like to take on vacation too, or how you choose your vacation reads. I feel like I choose books that I've put off getting to, sort of, or that I wouldn't get to otherwise. I think that's kind of why I put Trust in my video about trying to decide what I was going to take, because it's one that I've wanted to read for a while, but it's not really high up on my list. And it almost just, vacation almost kind of feels like an easy way to knock it out. For some reason. And does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, or do you just kind of take the next books that are on your TBR? Do you have like a little reading project based around where you're going, maybe? Or do you go pick up something completely new from the bookstore to take? I feel like everybody kind of handles that a little differently. Or I guess, I mean, maybe you don't like to read on vacation at all. Maybe your vacation is a more active one where you're doing a lot of excursions and have more of an itinerary of things you're going to see and do. My family's vacations don't tend to be that as much. We tend to take more relaxing, calm vacations that don't have much of a pre-planned itinerary, and that works for us. But yeah, but maybe the kind of vacation you're taking doesn't really allow a lot of time for reading, except maybe in the actual travel time. So I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming since we're on Booktube that you would like to read on vacation like you like to read any other time, but maybe that's not true. I don't know. Okay, and here's something else for those of you who post videos on Booktube. If you're going, so I'm going to be gone for a period of time, but I don't want this channel to just like be dormant for 2 weeks if I can help it. So I'm attempting to pre-film a few videos that I can have scheduled to upload, or just upload while I'm gone. Do y'all ever pre-film videos? If you do, why or why not? Does it work for you? Does it not work for you? And if you're a viewer of Booktube videos, does it bother you if videos are like pre-filmed, like more than a day in advance or something? Do you feel like it takes anything away from the kind of immediacy of the conversation or anything like that? I don't have a problem with things being pre-filmed. Sometimes I think it can help people who post videos be more consistent in posting. Like they may have days where, for example, just for me, I know I have days where I have more time to film, and some days I don't have time at all. So maybe on a day where I do have more time, maybe I can film 2 videos and just have them ready to go or something like that. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I know like there are some booktubers who will like batch film all their videos for a couple weeks in the span of a day or two. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've only been on here for a couple months, but as I'm just kind of doing this a little bit more, and I'm kind of trying to solidify my consistency a little bit more and get a better routine down for things like this, stuff like that comes up, and I just wonder. And so other creators, I guess, how do y'all do that? Do y'all pre-film? Do you just do everything the day before or the day of? Yeah, and I guess for me, it's not, I don't do a lot of editing to these videos. The editing I do is very minimal. I'm not like splicing in a bunch of effects and sounds and things like that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not, I just don't do it. So it's not very difficult for me to edit a video time-wise. So like most often I have filmed a video like the day before or the day of and then posted it. But lately I've been maybe trying to like pre-film just a little bit, just for the sake of time and allowing myself to kind of create a little bit more consistency. So I don't know, I'm just open to all thoughts on that. What do y'all do if you're just a Booktube viewer? What are your thoughts on that? Does it matter to you at all? Do you notice? Do you care? Yeah. Do you care Even if you notice, do you care? I kind of feel like you probably don't, but I could be wrong. I don't know, just kind of those random things that come up as you do this a little longer. Okay, and I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but I am. There's been a lot more conversations that I've seen lately on Booktube that it comes up periodically as book hauls and whether or not they're good or bad, and Booktube consumerism, that word that I hate. But it's, I don't know. I have so many thoughts about this, and most of it boils down to who cares? Who cares? Sorry, you might get a little bit of sassy Emily in this video unexpectedly. But I mean, if somebody films a book haul and posts it, who cares? If people watch it and they like it, cool. Great. Who cares? You don't have to buy all those books. You don't have to buy a bunch of books yourself and film a haul. I don't know. I mean, it's like, okay, we're creating a culture of consumerism. People are adults who can spend their own money how they choose. And okay, I mean, you may not like how someone else spends their money, but it's their money. They can spend it how they want. It doesn't really have anything to do with you. I think part of the problem too is this discussion, I feel like, comes from two different segments of Booktube. And maybe I'm wrong about this, but this is just kind of how I feel like I see it. I feel like I see like one segment of Booktube that maybe deals mainly with new releases. Maybe it's more romance and fantasy focused channels, potentially. And look, I'm not thinking about anybody specific. I'm just speaking very generally. Very generally. There are exceptions to all of these things I'm saying. I'm speaking very generally. But I feel like those channels maybe do a lot of hauls, and they're all new releases, and there's hardcovers, and there's a lot of special editions and things like that. They have the very picturesque, color coordinated shelves of books behind them and things like that. And it just feels like they're buying a lot of books for the sake of display. And again, I say, who cares? They can spend their money how they choose. But I feel like the people who then make videos about the evils of Booktube consumerism and book hauls and things like that come from a different side of Booktube that buys more used books, goes to the library more, and those are all good things. Those are all great things. But I feel like it's just kind of, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like it's kind of become like just two different sides of Booktube. And it's like, okay, if you're on this side over here, what are these people buying books doing to you? It doesn't affect how you spend your own money and whether or not you choose to buy used books instead of new releases, or if you choose to, you know, go to your library to read the same new release that they spent $30 on a hardcover for. Like, it, I don't know. The whole topic just bothers me because people can do what they want and it doesn't freaking matter. And look, I do think we should buy used books. I think we should support our used bookstores. I think we should support our libraries. I think we should support our independent bookstores. I don't think we should buy everything off Amazon. But I also don't feel like this constant discussion about it has actually been fruitful. because I feel like the people that this side is trying to talk to don't care on what they're saying. They don't care. They don't care. They're going to keep doing what they're doing until they decide it's not cost efficient for them anymore, or they decide they don't want to anymore, or they decide their haul videos aren't getting views anymore. And look, I do think it is very important to value what we already have and not feel a constant need to go purchase a new thing just to get a little bit of a dopamine hit, but I don't think that is the problem of book hauls. I think it's a problem of social media in general, because we are now inundated with what everybody else has on a tiny little screen that we look at. Book hauls themselves as a microcosm are not the problem. Maybe they're a symptom of the problem, but it's a bigger issue. So I just feel like us railing against book hauls is, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's been helpful. I don't feel like it's been helpful, or that it has moved the needle. Maybe I don't know. I would much rather you make a video about, I don't know, what you got at the library, or running your local library or something, or showing me like a used book haul find, like a used book that you found at the store. I don't know. Look, these are not really like this is not a fully formed conversation about this. These are just kind of like my half-baked, off-the-cuff thoughts. So sorry for getting like a touch feisty on you, but I don't know. It just kind of annoys me, to be honest. And look, same kind of way people can buy things that they want, people can make whatever kind of videos they want, but that doesn't, if you want to make a video criticizing our consumer culture in the West because of capitalism, go ahead. That's fine. Like, you can have your opinion and make a video about it. That is what this is for. So I'm not trying to say people can't talk about it at all. I just feel like maybe we're, I don't know, shooting arrows at the wrong things, maybe, or we're trying to talk to people who aren't listening to us, so it's not really going anywhere. What do y'all think? I've just kind of like rambled incoherently about that without any kind of real point. I have a whole video that I have filmed, but I haven't posted yet. I'll probably post it in like the next week or two or something like that. But it's a used book haul. I had a lot of recommendations from Booktube, and I had an Amex gift card that I had forgot about. And I said, shoot, let's go to the used bookstore and see what I can find. And I found a lot. At what level do we make everyone else responsible for our own buying habits? I guess that's maybe my point. Like, we're responsible for our own buying habits, and so is everybody else. So if you want to fight back against consumerist culture, start with you and your like personal circle, and then slowly it moves out. But I just think a shot fired across the bow at someone on another side of the platform isn't gonna do a whole lot. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. If I am wrong, tell me. I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to have like a discussion about it in the comments. Like I said, these are just kind of like half-baked, off-the-cuff thoughts I've had after watching some of these videos lately. And like I'm not saying I disagree with all these videos. I just think I just don't know that it's effective or fruitful. So for what it was worth. Those are my thoughts. But okay, let's end on a less sassy, happier note. It appears from my video the other day that the Thornbirds was a near unanimous choice and recommendation to take on my trip. So this will definitely be coming with me, and I will absolutely report back on it. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody's suggestions and thoughtful comments on that video. It really was helpful, and just really, I don't know, just a good reminder for me about all y'all out there and the little community that's starting to hang out, and how wonderful everybody on this little segment of Booktube is, and how grateful I am to be a part of it. And I just appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for sitting here and letting me procrastinate and ramble and rant a little bit, I guess. And yeah, so I hope y'all have had a good time, and let me know what y'all think about all of these random topics below. So I'll talk to y'all again soon. Thanks. Bye.